but I really think you could be the hero at your office right now. I really do. I think if you go there and you say, hey, I learned about this, I got approval with the broker and they checked with the legal team and whatever else, this is how we're addressing this issue right now, you can be the hero. So I'm going to show you a one-page form. This is what it looks like, by the way. A one-page form that you can utilize to fully explain real estate commission. Doesn't matter if they've seen the headlines, if they've got it in front of them, or they don't even know what you're talking about. This is just a better way for us to be forthright and upfront with how things work and negotiate the way we want. Now, keep in mind, yes, commissions are negotiable, but also, yes, you can demand the price you want, and if they don't pay that, you don't work with them. It's not like you need to say, well, I get this fee, and they want to negotiate it, and you say, oh, okay, well, they negotiated me down. Well, you don't have to take it. Let's build a value stack that's big enough that they want to work with you. So that's what we're going to cover here. And I'm going to show you this form because this one document, as you go through your listing presentation and you're meeting with a seller, if you just put this in front of them and quite literally read it word for word, you're going to find this is a great way to address the issues, to address the headlines, to disclose the way we need to talk about buyer compensation is negotiable. It can't be called a commission anymore. It has to be called a concession. If we put it in the MLS and say we're willing to pay up to 3% in concessions, whatever the rules end up becoming, this is the way to go. You're hearing it here first, by the way, because you're going to see everybody using this, and I hope that that happens. That's why I'm giving it to everyone. So I'll show you a little bit about what that looks like. How many of you are like, shut up and just show me the form? Because anytime we're going to be using something, I hear that from people all the time. I want to give it to you now. So there it is. And it's not showing. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay. So what you see in front of you is real estate fees explained. I'm going to read this word for word because I want you to understand this. Let me know if you can see this in the chat, by the way, just so that I can keep hustling here. It looks like everybody can see it. Perfect. So what this is a one-page document that's going to fully describe exactly the way that we work. Now, I do want to thank some of our inner circle members that have helped me with this. And my inner circle coaching, you guys know who you are if you've been helping with this. Andrew, Cindy, Tiffany, Peter, all four of you have really contributed to seeing what's out there, testing some different things, trying different things, and this is what we've compiled to be the best. I know the bottom's cut off, but you guys will be able to see it. I'll figure out how to scroll. It's just a small portion that's cut off at the bottom. But here's exactly what it says, and you may not be able to see it. It might be too small. I'm going to read it for you here, but you're going to love this. Listen to it as though you were a seller, okay? So listen to this as though you were a seller. I'll read it word for word. Here's what it says. Professional real estate fees are negotiable. There is no specific set fee or common commission structure amongst brokers in our area. Different offices charge different fees. It's up to each company's broker to set the fees their office requires as payment for their marketing and realty services. Our fees. Our office charges X% of the sales price. I put 6% in here. Of course, it's totally negotiable. Put in whatever you want. But in this example, it says our office charges 6% of the sales price to sell your property. That amount is paid at closing only if the home is successfully sold. When we list your home for sale, we personally invest all of the money for digital photography, target marketing, online and offline exposure, and more. You do not need to reimburse us for those charges if the home isn't sold. You don't have to pay anything. Here's how we allocate those fees. 3% paid to ABC Realty as the listing broker, that's us. 3% paid to the buyer's broker, which may be ABC Realty or another broker. Compensating a buyer's agent. The total fee listed above is paid to ABC Realty. They then pay your agent, me, and they also pay the agent or brokerage that brings a buyer. Now, paying a buyer broker is not mandatory. So your question might be, can I pay less? You can pay less than 6% if we lower the compensation paid to a buyer's broker. You can offer the buyer's broker any amount you want and can even offer $0. If you choose to pay the other agent $0, the buyer must pay their own agent. While this may seem fair to you, Know that this may limit the number of buyers who can afford your home. Some buyers have enough money to close with a mortgage, but may not have enough money to pay their agent. These buyers may decide not to make an offer on your home due to the additional expense. We recommend offering 3%, but the choice is ultimately up to you. The buyer may still ask. No matter what you choose to pay or not pay, a buyer may still ask you to contribute money to offset their buyer's broker fee. Think of this as a form of buyer concessions where you, the seller, are asked to help cover some of the buyer's closing costs. Seller's net proceeds sheet. When we bring you an offer, your agent will also explain your closing costs with that offer and will show you an approximate net proceeds number for consideration. Okay? And then down at the bottom, of course, it just has your footer, and I'll try and scroll down and show you that. I know with the YouTube share screen, it's not showing it. Let me see if I can scroll down to make that show. That might update for us there. There you go. So you can see the bottom. Okay, so that's the entire form. Now, do me a favor, over in the comments section, I don't want anybody's opinion on this because it gets very distracting. Do you agree? When we're all leaving comments and what we think and what my broker said and here in my state and all of that stuff, it doesn't matter. You can utilize something like this to better describe the way this works. Because if you are an agent that knows what you're worth and you demand exactly what you're worth, you can say, yes, we can do it that way. And yes, commissions are negotiable. We can go lower if you want, as long as you know it's going to negate the buyer brokerage copy. Again, read this word for word. Now, as I would always say, check with your broker, check with an attorney. I'm just a dude on YouTube. You should never do anything that I say, but I think you'll find if I gave you this template. Let me tell you a little bit about this, by the way, before we move forward. I looked at copywriting this letter because it's so freaking good. I was going to get it copyright protected and trademark this letter. And you know what I realized? My inner circle members need this. The people that I coach, they need to use this. And you know what I realized? Our whole freaking industry needs this. I need to give it away for free. I need everybody to get it. And you should share it with every damn agent you know, because we have to have a meaningful conversation with our clients. We have to disclose it the best way that we can. And we have to make sure everybody understands how to best describe compensation for real estate agents. I think being honest and open and have a conversation with them and show them, like, you know, we had somebody the other day, and I'm getting the language down on this now. And by the way, let me know in the chat, just say me if you would like to get a copy of this. In the chat, just say me. Who would want this? Just say me in the chat if you would like to get a copy. If this is something that you want to get, let me know by putting it in the chat right here. I can give it to you in an editable document, so you can put your own brokerage name if you want to change your colors or do whatever. It's yours. Do whatever you want. I do have to give the disclaimer. Check with your legal team, check with your broker, make sure they're okay. But this really makes sense, and it works very well. The part that I like about this is the compensation, which is in the bottom there, or the middle section. It shows 3%. And again, this could be 5 or 7 or 8 or whatever you charge. But in the example we have, maybe it says 2.5 and 2.5. It says paid to ABC Realty as a listing broker, and then 3% paid to the buyer's broker, which may be ABC, meaning someone might call me, or it might be another broker. And then it says the total fee is paid to us, and we would share that. Can I pay less? Yes, you can. Commissions are negotiable as long as we're reducing the fee paid to the buyer brokerage. Because I'm not willing to negotiate. Commissions are negotiable. You can call someone else. But with the value stack that I've created, with the target marketing that I do, nobody else offers that. This is what you're going to get here. How many of you love this, right? And by the way, I'll just give it to everybody that's on here. I'll give it to everybody on here. How many of you love this? Let me know. Is this going to be helpful for you to have the languaging that you need, that everybody's leaving us in the dark? NAR put out a press release and put it on their own website. Like, this public is going to go to their website for this, right? Like, this is the languaging we need. This is why when I told you guys I'm closing down enrollment in my inner circle coaching and I'm just focusing on my people, because this is the type of languaging we need to have. And we are going to grow our business. We are going to attract more business by knowing how to communicate effectively, even with the naysayers, even with the sellers that are like, oh yeah, I don't have to pay a commission now. I got the headline right here. It says the buyer has to pay his own commission. So we've got some languaging we've been using, and you've probably seen a lot of it on my Facebook page here. We've got some languaging we've been using here. Let me unshare my screen so that you guys can see me a little better here. You see a lot of the people out there right now that are interviewing other people and getting an attorney's opinion on this and talking to NAR and talking and I see people, well, NAR said, I'm not really taking advice from NAR. What? I think they've been protecting us the whole time. I'm not going into that. I'm going to be legal, moral, ethical. I'm going to do the very best I can for my industry, for my clients, and then for me as an agent as well, and the brokerage. So I'm going to get the information that I need, but I'm going to keep hustling. I'm going to, over the next 90 to 100 days, I'm going to keep selling houses like crazy. That's the mindset you want to have. There's no fear involved. It's just a matter of getting prepared. Tell me who's really getting you prepared. Tell me who's giving you the languaging you need, the confidence you need when they come at you. I don't think this is the place to talk about it. We've had 3 agents that have been verbally and almost physically assaulted over the last 4 days when the general public heard them say that they were a real estate agent. Well, they got a class action suit now. You've been scamming us for a year. That's the languaging that's going on right now. We can fix this. You've seen there's one person that's truly trying to step up. I don't care about being politically correct. I don't care about offending people. I block people every single day on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, on everything else that we do. I don't care about that at all. We're fixing the problem because the people that follow me deserve to succeed. They deserve to be successful. I always tell everybody, if you end up watching this video later, you'll see down in the video description underneath, you see a bunch of links on there. I always send agents to that getfastclosings.com. When I send them to getfastclosings.com, my promise is I'm going to give you all of the tools, all of the information that you need to actually become successful as a real estate agent. Here's the marketing you need, the languaging you need, the talk that you need to have. That's what I always promise my agents, so I owe it to them to step up to the plate. So I've been doing this a long time. I make more money than I could ever spend. I don't need to keep hustling and selling and getting new people involved in all that. My commitment is 100% to the people that are in my inner circle. So as I get all of these websites, like eventually next week, you're going to go to getfastclosings.com. And when it has you sign up for Greg Luther Inner Circle, it's going to say, I'm sorry, enrollment's closed. We're not taking new people. And this isn't for a week or for a month or any of that crap. I'm focusing in on helping these agents that are involved with me. I'm not going to allow people to fail. I'm not going to allow them to be scared with what's going on in today's market. We're going to be prepared. Let everybody else leave. I saw the thing saying 500,000 agents will probably leave. Well, 700,000 last year sold 0 or 1. Listen to me, 49%. 49% of the people sold 0 or 1 houses in 2023. One house in 2023. They already left. They're already leaving. Now this is icing on the cake. What are you talking about? 500,000 are leaving. I think it's a bigger number than that. Who cares? If they're here, they're going to make money. If they want the help, they can get the help. How much does it cost you to get this? And then those that are involved in Inner Circle coaching and all the forms and the ads and the scripts and the dialogues and the bulletproof listing presentation and our value stack and how you use target marketing, how you go up against a discount broker and beat them every time at a full fee, that is preparation that makes it happen for you. So I really think this is going to help a lot. Again, the only thing I'm asking from everybody here is that you share this with as many agents as you can, whether you give them the file, tell them Greg Luther gave me this. I think it'll help. Please get with your attorney, get with your broker, everything else. But you are going to have to change it because you're not with ABC Realty. And you don't charge 6 and 3 and 3. It's all totally negotiable, but change it. Anything on there that you want to change, you're welcome to do so. Just get it approved through your broker. Just say, here's our new form we're using. But I really think you could be the hero at your office right now. I really do. I think if you go there and you say, hey, I learned about this, I got approval with the broker and they checked with the legal team and whatever else, this is how we're addressing this issue right now, you can be the hero. Tell them, go to YouTube, type in Greg Luther Coaching. Make sure you follow the dude. He's got all kinds of stuff on there. Look at last week's video. Look at what I'm doing next week for everybody. But again, Inner Circle Coaching will be closing down, so they'll probably miss out on that. But I do always recommend for everybody to go to getfastclosings.com to start closing more deals. So Anyway, I'm not going to get into. I've seen some of the stuff on the side, like a lot of it's political bait now, right? Why do you think we really had the lawsuit? Who do you think's really behind this? Does this really mean Zillow and Redfin has taken over the? We all get into that conspiracy stuff. I don't care, man. We get rich selling real estate. Let's get rich selling real estate. Let them do all the crap they're going to do. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. I got a big voice in this industry, a big voice, and they're not going to spend the money required to fix the damages that were caused. We'll step up in our own market. We'll step up with the way we need to with our prospects so we can do a good job. I don't care about NAR. I don't care about all the agents out there. I care about you, the people that are here to improve their business. That's who I want to help. And by the way, everybody's welcome to that. But if you don't want to help, I ain't going to chase you. I'm not worried about that. I want to help the people that are truly interested.